Hey guys, it's me Zain, and today we're gonna talk about growing succulents inside a home, inside your house, inside your apartment, instead of growing them outside in the sun and things like that. So at first it might be a good idea if you check out my succulent care videos. I have one video about the overall succulent care. If you click on the corner, I don't know which corner still, if you click on the card in the corner you will see my succulent care video. And if you're living in a more humid tropical area, I have a video about that too, so you can learn how to grow succulents in a tropical environment by clicking on the info card in the corner. So let's start off with the most important thing. I would say this piece of info like in every video because it's so important. So the first thing, watering. Don't overwater your plants. And this might be a more pronounced problem if you are living in a house and if you are growing your succulents inside the house, because the evaporative processes might be slower. So you have to check your succulents soil if it's completely dried out before the next watering. This is really important because if you are not letting dry out the soil, your succulent roots might rot, which might just go up on your plant, and all the leaves and all the whole plant will just rot on you, and that's bad. So always check your soil before the next watering, because you want to have dry soil before you water your your succulent again. And this is where the actual pot comes in, because if you are potting your succulent in a clay pot, the evaporative processes will be faster than in a glazed pot. So that might be a good idea as well, but you just have to experiment out how your watering will be good for you actually. For example, this is my jade tree, or how do you say that? And this is a glazed pot, but I don't fear using this glazed pot because this pot is just really shallow and this surface is really big, so the evaporation will be faster than, like, imagine if this pot was glazed. I cannot see the soil, that means that the evaporation will be much slower, but actually this pot is not glazed, so it's breathing. And also these greener ones need a bit of more water, not too much, but a bit more, just a little bit more. So the next thing, the sunshine and the light. If you are growing your succulents inside, place your succulents in the brightest window, because succulents need like a lot of sun. Because if you are growing your succulents in the window, the sunshine will be, for example, blocked in the morning and it will get sunshine in the noon and in the afternoon, or vice versa. If you are growing your succulents on a windowsill, make sure that it gets the most sunshine that you can give it. And that's why it's a good idea to actually put one succulent into one plant and leave a bit of a space between them if you are having more succulents in a window. You know, there are those huge containers which contain like 1,000 succulents in a huge clump, and they are just so tightly potted, which is really nice. Those potted succulent containers will not work because not that much light can get around the succulents actually in a window. So that's why it's a good idea to leave space between them so they can breathe, so they get the most sunshine you can give them. Okay, the next thing is their winter rest. I don't know if this is a dormancy or just a winter rest or what. Some succulents don't need it, some succulents need it for living. I grow my succulents outside in the summer, in the spring and in the autumn, and when the winter comes I have freezing temps, so I bring them inside. I have those two pane windows, or how do you call that, and between the two windows the temperature stays about like 5 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good for succulents for a winter rest. So I keep them between the two layers of windows in the winter time, and it's actually a good idea if you give them winter rest. It's a good idea to give them colder temperatures and less water. Okay, they might bloom if you don't get this winter rest, but there are some succulents which need this so-called cold effect. In my language it's cold effect. If you don't want to have blooms and if you just want that succulent to grow and be nice with those nice leaves, just leave them in the windowsill in a warm, sunny, bright place and just care for it properly and it will be okay. But some succulents will die if they don't get their winter rest, some don't, some not bloom, some bloom. Anyways, so you have to just research and experiment with your succulent for that. Another good idea with succulents grown on the windowsill is rotating. If you are growing on a windowsill, they get light from only one direction. They will lean out from the pot and they will grow towards the window and towards the light source. So if you are rotating them, that won't happen. And my last idea, if you are growing succulents inside, at first, if you just want to begin with succulents grown on the windowsill, at first try out the greener ones and not those colorful ones, the reds and blues and whites and grays and things like that. At first try out the green ones, because the green ones are used to less light. So if you are experienced with the green ones, then you can go with other ones. So for example, here is my Echeveria agavoides. There are a lot of varieties of the Echeveria agavoides. This is just the greenest variety and I pretty much like it, but since this is the greenest variety, it won't take that much sun as the more red varieties, and sometimes I manage to burn this one. Here is a leaf burn. Okay, this succulent is right now not the best looking, but here you can see that is a sunburn. It looks ugly and it's not good for the plant because it will look so ugly and things like that. This little bonsai-ish looking tree is one of those green ones, because this one can get these red tinges on the tips of these leaves, but the bottom and the center part of these leaves will be always green. So I know that this won't take that much sun like, for example, other full red succulents. Okay, so this is my video for today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, click on the like button, leave a comment. What else? Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram and see you next time. Bye guys!